Hello students, this is Menta. I'm going to present social study lesson for grade 8. We have discussed some important pointers under lesson 1, which I did in video 1. And also today I have brought a new lesson which is the continuity of lesson 1. Please don't forget subscribing this channel and also tell to others to subscribe and watch. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, students. In the first video, I have mentioned some important pointers under lesson 1. The unit 1, lesson 1. The unit 1 is about the physical characteristics of the Earth's surface. Under this unit, the first lesson talks about the forces shaping Earth's surface. So as I told you in video 1, there are several forces that can influence the external part of land surface. So these forces can be divided into two: the internal force and external force. Internal force, also known as endogenic forces, and the external force called exogenic forces. The internal forces can be divided into sub 4 categories. These are folding, faulting, volcanism, and earthquake. And we have seen the first two forces, folding and faulting. Folding is bending of rock layer. The bending may be upward or downward. If the folding is upward folding, it is known as anticline fold. And if the direction of folding is downward, it is known as syncline folding. And also we have seen faulting. Faulting is simply a cracking of the Earth's surface or rock layer. If crack happen on a given area, it is known as faulting. But folding is simply bending of rock layer, and it is different from that of faulting. Faulting is cracking, and folding is bending. So we have also discussed on the consequences of folding and faulting. For example, Rift Valley is formed because of the presence of faulting. So this was the revision of the previous lesson. Now let us come to our today's lesson. It is the continuity of lesson 1. The continuity of lesson 1 is about volcanism. So today we are going to learn volcanism and earthquake. Volcanism and earthquakes are also the internal force, and they can influence the external part of the land surface. Now let us start from the volcanism. And what is volcanism? Volcanism is simply a process. It is a process of process by which molten rock, a process by which molten rock, molten rock, or magma is forced out to the surface of the earth. So the molten rock is known as magma, and the process of forcing out the magma, the process of forcing out the magma, molten rock is known as magma, and the process of forcing out the molten rock is known as volcanism. And the magma is forced out to the surface of the earth. So when the molten rock forced out from the internal part on the surface of the earth, the process is known as volcanism. The high temperature inside the earth changes rocks into magma. The origin of magma, the formation of magma is the presence of high temperature. There is a very high temperature inside of the earth. This high temperature changes rocks into molten rock, which is known as magma. So the presence of forces, internal forces, which push out the magma to the surface of the earth, the magma moves from the inside towards the surface of the land. The magma that reaches the surface is called lava. So when magma reaches the surface of the earth, when magma flow out on the surface of the earth, it is known as lava. So the volcanic material which comes on the surface of the earth, which can be seen on the surface of the earth, is not known as magma. It is known as lava. So the name of magma is changed to lava. Magma is inside the earth, and when it reaches the surface of the land, it is called lava. The lava may come out on the surface through single hole. The magma may come out through single hole or different cracks. If magma comes out through single hole, the single hole is known as vent. The single hole through which magma comes out is known as vent. And cracks, several cracks through which magma comes out to the surface of the earth is known as fissures. So fissure is several cracks or different cracks of the land, when vent is a single hole. Vent is single hole, but fissure is cracks. So magma may come out through fissure or through vent, which means through different cracks or through a single hole. When a hole is formed on the top of the cone of volcano, so volcano can create a cone-shaped landform, and when the hole is formed on the volcano cone, it is known as crater. So crater is a shape or a volcano shape. A hole which is formed on the top of volcano cone. Okay, if the hole or crater is very wide, if the hole or crater is very wide, if the crater is very wide, look, if the crater is very wide, or if the hole is very wide, it is known as caldera. So caldera is wide hole. Caldera is wide hole. And a lake formed in caldera. If the water filled this large hole, it is known as caldera lake. So caldera is a large hole or very wide hole, and if the water filled this very wide hole, it is known as crater lake. Crater lake. Okay. Mount Zukala is a very good example of cone-shaped volcanic mountain, which is a crater lake. So there is a crater lake on Mount Zukala. Mount Zukala is a typical example for crater lake in Ethiopia. Volcanic activities may result in two different types of landforms. So the different types of landforms formed because of volcanic activities are extrusive landforms and intrusive landforms. So there are two types of landforms which are formed because of volcanic activity. So volcanic activity can create two types of landforms. The first type is extrusive landform. Extrusive landform, which means the landform which are formed on the surface of the earth and which can be seen by naked eye. From on the surface of the earth. So extrusive landforms are formed on the surface of the earth, on the external part of the earth. They include volcano, crater, caldera, and lava. All these things are located on the surface of the earth, and they can be seen by naked eye. Why? Because they are found on the surface of the earth. Crater is found on the surface of the earth. Caldera is also found on the surface of the earth, and lava is also found on the surface of the earth. Good. The second type is called intrusive landforms. As you can understand from its name, intrusive means internal. So a landform which is formed in the interior part of the land surface is known as intrusive landforms. So intrusive landforms result from solidified magma before reaching the surface of the earth. Sometimes magma solidified and under ground, uh, and sometimes magma doesn't reach on the surface of the earth and solidified and crust, and it makes different types of landforms, the internal landform. When magma collects in the crust, it forms basolite, lacolite. Look, when magma solidified underground makes basolite, lacolite, dike, and sills. These are landforms formed due to the solidification of magma underground. Okay, now let us see one by one. Basolite. Basolite is a very large mass. All are formed from magma, but they are different in their mass and direction of their formation. For example, basolite is a very large mass of magma, very large mass of magma. Large mass of magma is basolite, which accumulate in the crust. Large mass of magma accumulated in the crust is known as basolite. So this type of landform is determined in terms of mass. Basolite is determined in the terms of mass. So it has a large mass of magma. A large mass of magma solidified in the ground and makes a landform which is known as basolite. The second type is called lacolite. Lacolite is mushroom shaped. Look, this is mushroom shaped body of intrusive igneous rock, smaller than basolite. In terms of mass, lacolite is smaller than basolite. But in terms of shape, the lacolite has mushroom shaped, mushroom. It look like a mushroom shape. The shape of lacolite looks like that of mushroom. Okay. Another point is dike, and dike is formed when magma solidifies in a vertical or near vertical crack. So the first two are identified by their mass, and the third and the fourth are identified by their direction. For example, dike is a magma solidified in vertical or near vertical crack. If magma solidified vertically or near vertical crack, it is known as dike. But seal is near horizontal. When magma solidified horizontally in the ground, it is known as seal. Look, horizontal intrusive or horizontal intrusion of igneous rock between two rock layers. So, when magma solidified between two rock layers horizontally, it is known as seal. So, dike and the seal are determined by their direction, and basolite and the lacolite are determined by their mass. Good. We can understand from this figure the four types of the four types of landforms. Those are formed from solidified magmas are identified here by this figure. Look, the first one or the largest one is called basolite. Basolite has a large mass. This is basolite, a large mass of magma solidified in the ground or the interior part of the land surface is known as basolite. So it is determined by its mass. It has large mass than the other. The second one is known as lacolite. Here it is, lacolite. The smaller in mass, smaller than basolite, and it is identified by its shape. It looks like mushroom, mushroom shaped. Look, this one. This is mushroom. This is mushroom shaped. Look, mushroom shaped. Mushroom. This is mushroom shaped. So the mushroom shaped, which has the smaller mass than basolite, is known as lacolite. Lacolite. Another point we have seen is dike. Dike is vertical or near vertical. Vertical or near vertical. This one. This is vertical. This is vertical. This part is vertical and it is known as dike. Vertical or near vertical. This one. Okay. Another point. Larger landform which is formed by the solidification of magma is sealed, and here it is sub-visible. You can understand from this figure the difference between dike and the seal. Seal is the horizontally solidified rock, the horizontal solidified one. This one is horizontally solidified magma. This area is also indicating the seal type. So when magma solidified under the ground, it makes different types of landforms, which are known as basolite, lacolite, dike, and seal. Good. Now let us continue. Types of volcanoes. There are three types of volcanoes. Three types of volcanoes. These are active volcano, dormant volcano, and extinct volcano. Now let us see one by one. Active volcano. You can understand from its name. Active means still it is active and it has a possibility to appear. So this type of volcano have a recent history. Active volcano has recent history of eruption and they are likely to erupt again. They are likely to erupt again. Nobody knows when this happened, but it has a possibility to erupt again. For example, Ertale, which is found in Afar region, Fantale, which is found in eastern Oromia around Awash National Park, Dobwe, and Damali. These are examples of active volcanoes. The examples of active volcanoes. Dubbi is found in Eritrea, and the Mali is found in northwest of Lake Abe in Ethiopia. And these are the typical examples for active volcanoes. The second one is dormant volcano. Dormant volcanoes have not erupted for very long time, but they may erupt at a future time. Example, Tatali. Tatali is found in North Afar, which is located in North Afar. The bow is also found in Afar. So these two examples are the indicators of dormant volcanoes. So dormant volcanoes have not erupted for a very long time, but they may erupt in the future. in the future time, and then it has a possibility to erupt again. And third type, the third type is known as extinct volcanoes. And also, you can also understand from its name, extinct. Extinct means already finished. So this type of volcano are dead volcanoes. They are called dead volcanoes that are not expected to erupt in the future. No one expects this type of volcano in the future to be erupted again. Example, uh, examples of extinct volcanoes in our country, Ethiopia. For example, Ras Dashen, Mount Batu, Mount Zukala. These are examples of extinct volcanoes. So extinct volcano is a dead volcano. No erupt again. Okay. Now let us see the effects of volcanism. The volcanic activity or volcanism has its own effects on human life. So volcanic eruption has both negative and positive impacts on human body. So volcanism has both negative as well as um, positive impacts. So let us see the positive impact or the advantage of volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption has several advantages. For example, among the advantages of volcanic eruption, it provides hot water for bathing. Hot water provide hot water, generate geothermal energy. So volcanic eruption can generate geothermal energy, and this is categorized under the advantage of volcanic activity. Provide fertile soil. So volcanism can provide fertile soils that is good for farming. The soil which is found around volcanism is very good for farming. Creates dramatic scenery, or creates beautiful environment which can attract tourists. So for tourist attraction, it is very important, and also forms hard and expensive minerals. Hard and expensive minerals used as jewelry minerals, and also provides hard rocks for building, for different building purposes. It can provide hard rocks. So these are some of the advantages of volcanic activity. Now let us see the negative impacts or disadvantages of volcanic eruption. Volcanoes emit hot. Volcanic activity or volcano hot, emit hot, emit hot and dangerous gases. Volcanic activity or volcanic eruption emit dangerous gases, ashes, lava, and rock that are powerfully destructive. So, volcanism can emit destructive materials on the surface of the earth. Volcanic eruptions can result in additional threats to health, threats to health, threats to human health, threats to animal health, such as floods, mudslide, power outages, drinking water contamination, and wildfires. Even and it can cause wildfire. Volcanism can cause wildfire, which is so destructive for life. It also results in infectious disease. Infectious disease. So it can be a source of disease or respiratory illness. Burns can cause burns, can cause different forms of injuries and falls and from wheels and vehicle accidents related to slippery hazy conditions caused by ash. So these are some of the disadvantages of volcanism. So volcanism has advantage and disadvantage. Now let us see earthquake. Earthquakes are sudden movements and the earth crust. Sudden movement and the earth crust. So earthquake is one of the internal force which can cause the external part of land surface, and it is the sudden movement of the crust. They are caused by internal movement. So earthquake is caused by internal movements deep down inside the earth. Deep down inside the earth. So earthquakes are frequently associated with faults. Earthquakes are associated with faults. They take place along fault lines where the Earth's crust is weak. So they took place along fault line because along fault line the Earth's surface is very weak, or the Earth's crust is very weak. Therefore, the earthquake take place around the weak crust. When an earthquake occurs, vibrations from the center spread out in the form of waves. So there is a vibration which is come out in the form of wave in all direction. It makes wave in all directions. Sorry. The point at which an earthquake originates. There is a point, a single point at which an earthquake originates is called focus. So focus is a place or an area or a point at which earthquake starts. This point is the starting point of the shaking of the earth. Okay, the point on the earth's surface immediately above the focus is called epicenter. So epicenter is found on the surface of the earth above focus, but focus is found in the crust. It is not seen by naked eye. Nobody can see without an instrument by his or her naked eye, because focus is found underground, and uh, immediately above the focus is a point which is found on the surface of the earth. It is called epicenter. The intensity of an earthquake. So the intensity of an earthquake can be measured by instrument. So the intensity of earthquake is measured by an instrument called seismometer. So seismometer is an instrument which used to measure the intensity of earthquake, and it is recorded on seismograph. So the intensity is recorded on seismograph. So seismograph enables us to record the intensity, but it is measured by seismometer. The instrument which measure intensity is known as seismometer, but seismometer, intensity is recorded on seismograph. Okay, the scale which gives the magnitude. So the magnitude of the earthquake can be divided in different parts. So this magnitude is called Richter scale. Richter scale. So magnitude is Richter scale, and instrument is called. Then the measuring instrument is called seismometer. So it is recorded on seismograph. So Richter scale ranges from 0 to 9. It ranges from 0 to 9. The records that range to 5 indicate minor or light earthquake. If the record shows less than 5, it is known as minor earthquake or light earthquake. If it is from 5 to 7, if it ranges from 5 to 7, it is called moderate moderate to strong earthquake. So the magnitude or the Richter scale, if the magnitude of the earthquake is recorded on Richter scale from 5 to 7, the earthquake is a moderate earthquake. And if the range is from 7 to 8, if the range is from 7 to 8, it is an indication of major earthquake. So 7 and 8 are called major earthquake. And if the range is above 8 or more, it is considered as a great earthquake. Greater than 8 is great, and this is the most destructive. So this is the Richter scale division. Richter scale division. Less than 5, from 5 to 7, from 7 to 8, greater than 8. Okay, good. Here we have a figure which tells us the difference between focus and epicenter. Focus is found inside the Earth's surface, and it is a place where earthquake originate. This is a point where the vibration originate. The vibration originates from this point and makes circular and comes out to the surface of the earth by pushing upward. So this point is known as focus, and a point which is found immediately above focus is epicenter. This is found on the surface of the earth. Therefore, epicenter is found or it is located on the surface of the earth above the focus, immediately above the focus, and the focus is found in the in the ground. Good. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, also referred to as the circum-Pacific belt. Circum-Pacific belt is a path along the Pacific Ocean characterized by active volcanoes and frequent earthquakes. So in the world, there are several areas in which active volcanoes and earthquakes are seen in different time. For example, uh, we can understand from this figure, this is Pacific Ring or Pacific Belt or a Ring of Fire. This area is called Ring of Fire. Why? Because there are active volcanoes and earthquakes, frequent earthquakes. Therefore, the majority of the Earth's volcanoes, 75% of the volcanoes and earthquakes, 90%, 90% of earthquakes take place along the Ring of Fire. So Ring of Fire or Pacific Ring of Fire, there is 75 volcanoes and 90% earthquakes take place around the Pacific Ring of Fire. Okay, now let us discuss on the effects of earthquake. The earthquake has effects. This is obvious. One of the effect of earthquake is loss of life, destruction of life, loss of life, loss of life, and destruction of property. It can cause loss of life and also cause destruction of property. Destruction of property. Displacement of parts of the Earth's surface. The Earth's surface can be displaced, shift of place, moved from its original place to another part of Earth's surface. So this displacement of parts of crust, Earth's crust, vertically or laterally, maybe vertical or horizontal. The displacement may be up and down, upwards and downwards, or horizontally moving from one place to another. And also landslide. Landslide is effect of earthquake. Deep cracks in the surface of rocks, and also devastation of cities. Devastation of cities because of earthquake, fires, fires, and diseases, and also the rise or lowering of sea floor. Rise or lowering of sea floor is one of the effects of earthquake. Very good. Now let us summarize our today's lesson. We have seen the internal forces which can affect the external land surface. These are volcanism and earthquake. Volcanism is the process by which magma is forced out to the surface of the earth. So it is a process of forcing out the molten material known as magma. The magma that reaches the surface is known as lava. So when magma reaches the surface of the earth, its name is known as lava, not magma. Okay, magma is inside the crust. When the molten rock moves inside the crust, the molten rock which is found inside the crust is known as magma. But when it reaches the surface of the earth, its name is becoming lava. Okay. The lava may come out on the surface through a single hole. If the magma comes out through a single hole, the single hole is known as vent, or the lava may come out through several cracks. These cracks are called fissures. So it has two possibilities to come out on the surface of the Earth, uh, either through single hole or through different cracks. The single hole is known as vein, and several cracks or different cracks in which magma comes out on the surface of the Earth is known as features. Okay. Volcanic activities may result in two different types of landforms. So the different types of landforms formed because of volcanism are extrusive landform and intrusive landform. Extrusive landform is landform which is formed on the surface of the earth, and intrusive is landforms formed inside the crust. There are three types of volcanoes. These volcanoes are active volcano, dormant volcano, and extinct volcanoes. Volcanoes have both advantage and disadvantage. Earthquakes are sudden movements and Earth's crust. In the world, there is a place in which most of the time volcanoes and earthquakes appear. This area is known as Pacific Ring of Fire. Good. Dear learners, try to answer this question. What is volcanism? What are the landforms formed by volcanism? List and define the three types of volcanoes. What is earthquake? Dear learners, this is all about our today's lesson. Thank you very much. Goodbye.